Hello everyone. Today we're going to start a new adventure in this new channel. It's going to be mainly an English-Spanish channel. I want to teach English and Spanish. I'm not a professional doing this, but I'm going to try my best. I like languages. I have been involved in languages since I was 12 years old. Been studying languages my whole life. So English was my second language. Even though I have studied English for a long time, I still make mistakes. You're gonna see how I make mistakes. My habits that I have in my pronunciation and things like that are very common. We are going to study the language. We're going to talk about a few things that I would like to address before I start with the pronouns in Spanish. Is the fact that as we start and continue with the language, we're going to be studying verbs in Spanish in the present tense. The present tense will help you to get yourself familiar with some of the verbs, probably the most important ones. We might be studying some verbs that you already know, some of them that you don't know, but by the end of this class, in the future classes, you are going to be able to master all these verbs. What I'm trying to do is just give you an example of the sequence of the verbs, how they are translated, and most of the verbs in Spanish have a pattern. In other words, you can conjugate a verb just like looking at it. You see the verb and you know how it's supposed to be conjugated because you have done it with other verbs. All it takes is practice. So that's what we want to do right here. First, I have some recommendations about how to study the language. And these recommendations are based on my knowledge about languages, not just English and Spanish, but other languages. I have been studying languages all my life. Since I was probably 12 years old, I was always interested in different languages, but my second language was English. I studied English in Mexico a long time ago. I'm not going to talk about years, and it was an adventure. English has helped me to learn about the culture. It has helped me to learn about the music. And I have always said that English or any other language comes in a package. When you learn a language, you learn about their culture, you learn about the way people think, you learn about many other things. So like I said, you learn not just the language, but many other things. So my recommendation, the first one, would be to get a sheet of paper just like this. It's a plain sheet of paper and fold it lengthwise. And the way I do it is on one side of the sheet of paper, I write the phrase or the verb or whatever in my language, which in my case is Spanish or English. And then on the other side, you're gonna get the target language. So it's gonna be like something like flashing cards, but instead of having all those cards, what you're going to do is you're going to have it in just one piece of paper. Let me tell you again. What you do is just write whatever you want to translate into your target language on this side and translate it on the other side. So in a way that you want to study, you want to see the phrases, you just look. If you don't know which is the translation of it, just look around and you're going to be able to see what you are studying. Instead of having a bunch of flashing cards, all we have is this. You want to see both sides, all you do is this. Very simple. It has helped to me a lot, and I hope it helps you. You can do whatever you want, but it is important, however you do it, that's when you're studying the language, you're going to be writing down everything you see around here, everything that seems to be important for you or important for the learning of your target language, that in this case is English. So without further ado, let's start with the beautiful Spanish language.